Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. Welcome to the first weekday of November. It is Monday, the 3rd. Former San Patricio County Sheriff Leroy Moody passed away on Saturday, leaving behind 55 years of his life dedicated to law enforcement. He served over half of those years as the county sheriff. Moody began his career as a deputy sheriff and served as a chief deputy sheriff for 15 years before being elected in 1989, taking over from Wayne Hitt. Sheriff Moody retired from law enforcement in 2019. The details about funeral arrangements have not yet been released. After last Saturday's hailstorm, the city of Portland is asking residents to report and document any storm damage. City officials say reporting damage helps the state assess full impact of the storm and determine potential recovery assistance for affected areas. Residents are encouraged to take photos, contact their insurance providers, and report damages through the Texas Division of Emergency Management's Individual State of Texas Assessment Tool, or ISTAT. The City of Portland Collection Center will be open through 5 p.m. today for residents to drop off storm debris. For more information on how to report damage, visit the City of Portland's website or the Texas Division of Emergency Management online. And responding to disasters is second nature to responders, but there are others who come to the aid of small business owners who are also involved in a natural disaster. Lon Gonzalez has the story.
Imagine being a small business owner and a disaster hits your community and directly affects that business. That's where a group like Lift Fund comes in. The group recently won a national honor, the 2025 Outstanding CDFI Award, for its leadership in helping to rebuild communities after disasters. There's one case in point, the flooding in the Hill Country this past July.
When disaster strikes, national data shows that without rescue funding, within 2 weeks, up to 40% of small businesses could close permanently. So that's why our work and in partnership, we build partnerships, are essential in ensuring that small businesses have the financial support they need during their greatest time of need.
That's Sarah Saldana, Chief Lending Officer for Lift Fund out of Laredo, who adds Lift Fund teams were in the Hill Country to help within 48 hours, working with both partners and small business owners affected by the disaster.
That kind of readiness, it just doesn't happen by accident. It's really, truly the result of literally decades of experience in proven systems. Lift Fund has supported many business owners and communities in recovering from disasters and business interruption.
The group's rapid response to the emergency in the Hill Country solidified its award-winning efforts to assist business owners, mobilizing $5 million to help local businesses as well as their employees and rebuild essential services. Locally, Lift Fund works directly with the city of Corpus Christi to help small businesses in the Coastal Bend establish themselves via low-interest loans. For KEDT News, I'm Lon Gonzalez.
Tomorrow, voters across the state will have a say in local and school board items, plus 17 proposed amendments to the Texas Constitution. That includes everything from taxes to a multi-billion-dollar water fund for the state. Low turnout during the early voting period means it's likely less than 10% of Texas's 18 million registered voters will end up deciding whether those 17 amendments pass or fail. As the federal government shutdown continues, payments to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, were suspended on Saturday. While funds aren't directly granted to public schools, Texas communities worry this could affect free and reduced meals at schools. Lucinda Breeding-Gonzalez with the Denton Record-Chronicle has more.
Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller said qualified Texas kids would still get free or discounted breakfasts and lunches. Children enrolled in SNAP automatically qualify for free and reduced meals. School officials fear losing SNAP could keep the cafeteria line closed to the country's poorest children. But Miller says the state's agricultural department will keep providing the food and that school districts would keep the reimbursements. I'm Lucinda Breeding-Gonzalez in Denton.
The suspension of benefits affects thousands of families in the South Texas region as well. Last Friday, I spoke with Robin Cadle, president and CEO of the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent, which services over 19,000 families in 11 counties in the Victoria area.
Earlier in the year, our federal commodities have been reduced by 42%. So we're getting 42% less food from the federal government than we've gotten in the past. With that situation already happening and then this, you can see where that leads us.
This week, KEDT reaches out to representatives from the Food Bank of the Rio Grande Valley and Coastal Bend Food Bank about their plans to assist families in need during the SNAP suspension. You can listen to the full interview with Robin Cadle on last Friday's episode of South Texas Midday, wherever you get your podcasts. The housing market in Northwest Corpus Christi is cooling down after more than a year of growth. Realtors told KRAS 6 News that homes are staying on the market longer with higher interest rates and an increase in available listings. According to the Texas Association of Realtors, the median home price in Corpus Christi was about $272,000 in September, a 0.8% increase from the same time last year. Homes are also taking longer to sell, averaging 83 days on the market and a total of 117 days from listing to closing. Valley Central News reports that a man was arrested last month after attempting to smuggle over 100 reptiles and arthropods into Mexico. On October 22nd, United States Custom and Border Protection officers at the Anzalduas port of entry encountered a silver Toyota driven by Sebastian Cruz Amaya, who was leaving the U.S. to cross into Mexico. CBP reported Cruz Amaya was selected for a secondary inspection. During the physical inspection, officers found 166 exotic animals hidden inside the car. Cruz Amaya told investigators that he had agreed to export the animals on behalf of someone in Mexico for whom he's exported animals over 100 times in the past 5 years. And in sports, Texas A&M Corpus Christi sophomore Elizabeth Hatavy ran it back last Friday at the Southland Conference Cross Country Championships. She won the women's 6K individual title for the second consecutive year. Both the Texas A&M Corpus Christi women's and men's cross country teams finished second overall, finishing behind champions Stephen F. Austin. UTRGV volleyball prevailed over the Islanders in 5 sets on Saturday. The Vaqueros extend their Southland Conference win streak to 10 matches. Junior libero Celianis Cabranes had a career high 40 digs, the fourth most in a match in UTRGV history. Sophomore outside hitter Martina Franco led the way with a match-high 17 kills and a career-high 21 digs. In college soccer, Texas A&M Victoria men's soccer team qualified for the Red River Athletic Conference Tournament with a 2-1 win Saturday over North American University in Houston. The women's team was also victorious over North American University 2-1 thanks to goals from Elani Garcia and Brianna Ortega. The women's team will go into their conference tournament as the number 6 seed. In college football, Texas A&M Kingsville could not keep up with West Texas A&M's offense on Saturday. The Javelinas fell short 53-48 despite 495 total yards of offense and 7 touchdowns. The Javelinas are now 2-5 in the Lone Star Conference standings. UTRGV's football team also lost over the weekend. They fell to 2-3 in the Southland Conference ranks with a 41-17 loss to Stephen F. Austin on Saturday. The Vaqueros finally got on the board in the third quarter with a Bryson Gardner field goal. And the Los Angeles Dodgers won the World Series over the weekend. They edged past the Toronto Blue Jays 5-4 in Games 7 and 11 innings to become back-to-back world champions. The team has roots in South Texas. Dodgers relief pitcher Anthony Bonda is a graduate of Sinton High School. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.